had on trolling in a while. Let's see what he's got.
He gone, huh? Keep it in gear, Jeff. Yeah. He'll come up top.
Yeah, camera.
Give him the camera. Oh, yep, nice black fin.
Lift him up high.
Hi, Justin. Attaboy, Wilbo.
All right.
There you go, Justin.
Whew, you tried to get
Time, huh?
Didn't think it was coming out like that.
Good job, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you tried to get me. Loud enough. It's on the top. De-hooked him just right.
Hey, we open that box?
Yeah, I got you.
Flip it.
Hey, good job, sir. All right, well, we're about to start the 39-hour trip. The safest place to be is on the open sea. We got 23 brave souls about to go on out
Heard
there.
this before? Yeah. Okay. We're your crew. You got Tammy down there in the galley. She's gonna be serving up hot food, cold drinks, stuff like that. If you guys are hungry or thirsty at all throughout the trip, go talk to Tammy. We do have 2/3 of the Blue Man group on board here today.
Yes.
They're only in partial costume right now, though. Ray, that's you.
And there's the other one,
There's the
right
other
next to her, clapping with no sound.
All right, there they are. Fair enough. So, guys,
Hello, Tammy.
Take good care of her.
So we're outside of the Johns Pass drawbridge. And please keep your hands and arms away from the rail while we are pulling away from the dock.
Well, Bob, once again, the Marines have landed. We got Leo in the house.
Thanks, John.
Say hello to Bob.
Hi, Bob. If it wasn't for you, Bob, I wouldn't let him put me on camera.
He wanted to make sure I got the Marines landing.
Right, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't let you put me on camera.
My main reason going is the trigger and the black sea bass.
That's why I
That's it.
I was on it, yeah.
That's it. But this one is even further up. You got a capital station.
Weak, man, that was weak. What's up, Will?
2 miles up. So you should get.
All right, so tell us all about it, brother.
Well, we're still fishing while we can, you know, and don't have many people on here, about less than 25 people, so we're half capacity here. We'll keep everybody spread out this weekend, but it's been decent fishing out there, good on the mangroves, and picking at the red groupers during the daytime. Captain Brian said he's got an area plugged in. We're not going to start there, but he wants to get there that's almost 100 miles out. And he said we left some real good trigger fish and stuff there last time we were there, so we're going to push on out there and see what we can do.
All right, I'll tell people the safest place to be is on the open sea, bro.
Yeah, you're not going to get around more than 23 people on this boat this trip.
There's plenty of room. Come join us.
All right.
All right. Ready to get them?
Yes, sir.
Where you
Good
coming?
day today.
Where you coming from?
I'm from Marietta, Georgia.
Marietta, Georgia.
Yep.
I know exactly where that is. Little, basically, Atlanta has eaten Marietta, Georgia.
Not Atlanta, no.
They
I'm
pretty-
out of Atlanta.
I hear you. They're pretty much eating it up there. Atlanta's gonna have the whole state for it's
Miss
over.
you, Bob. Not the same without you, Bob. Come on back to us, Bob.
Yeah. We miss you, Bob.
Right. Not the same without you, Bob.
Got some porpoise swimming in and out under the boat. Check it out. never know what you're going to see out here. It is absolutely spectacular. Be a slow panoramic view here. We'll probably start fishing just after midnight tonight. All right, good morning everybody. We're here out about to make our first drop on the 39-hour trip. We got 23 anglers on here that are eager to catch them up. People are worried that this might be the last one based on all the coronavirus and everything else, so we're certainly hoping it isn't, but we're gonna make the best of it for sure. It is absolutely gorgeous out here, not a cloud in the sky. Probably about a 2-foot chop, maybe a little bit more, not much. Temperatures probably 70, something like that, maybe high 60s. Perfect, absolutely perfect. Omnipresent Jason is on board. He's in the house.
On board in the house, excited.
Yeah, man. And there's the horn to tie it off.
There we go.
All right, we're gonna see if we can find some good dumb ones down there for me to catch. Good luck, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you. Let's get them, John.
All right.
Well, look at all these mangoes. Bucket full of mangoes. Right, cool. A little mango going on the stringer.
Got 5 big gooses.
We got a smattering of mangoes here after a couple stops.
How many you got, John?
Oh, about 6 or 7. We got a few snapper coming up here.
Two of them here and there. Two of them here and there.
Nice one, sir.
Thank you, sir.
A few coming up here and there, a little scam. Starting to put together a catch here.
Right there at the end.
Yeah, oh, here's Todd's string. So far, you got him 5 on this spot, it looks like 6.
Nice gag. Well, we'll give you credit for him.
Well, how's the bite coming on now?
Guys, these mangoes are biting tonight. Vermilions too. We've had a slow night by the last couple of trips, but they're biting well for us tonight.
It's been the best
Billy's
bite
got
so
one back
far
there.
of the night. Mangoes coming up all over the boat. Yeah, I even saw Ray get one.
Yes, I did. I caught a nice one.
Nice. That's what I'm saying. They're chewing. Mangoes all over the deck. Look at them.
John, I just caught a nice goozer on a pinna.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah. You got the big juicy finish, so I know what you're doing.
I hadn't even used one yet.
Get out.
I've been catching them on dead bait.
Really?
Oh yeah. Got a fish on.
Yes, sir.
Looks like a nice mango coming up there. All right, good job. Boy, I tell you what, y'all got a little course here to try to get through, don't you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I mean, the deck's kind of... Strolling on back here to the stern. Mangoes on the floor. Sorry, sorry.
There's a good
There's a nice one coming up.
Yeah.
Nice fish, sir. Nice fish. Yeah, it's starting to shape up a little there. For the first time since the sun came up. See, the sun is up just behind that cloud. Absolutely gorgeous out here. About a 1 foot chop with maybe about a 2 foot swell. Got to be in the low 70s right now. Probably get close to 90 today, I imagine. But it is spectacular out here. Fishing was pretty good most of the night. We picked mangoes on every stop. I ended up catching one that probably
So we just got here to a new spot out here on 39 after making about a 9-mile run. And there are people hooked up all over the place. He's on that board side. There's a red snapper. Alright, I gotta get back to working the deck.
Hey, Jay.
Bird.
That's my red. That's on the jiggy, baby.
Tangled everybody up. He's in a friggin'
Where's that red?
Yeah.
Cut that chick right off.
It's a tuna.
Yeah, it is.
Go on, get in there.
I got him, man. I got the goalless master. I think so. Got color. Deep color. Deep color.
Jay!
Yeah, come on.
Dolphin?
A gag grouper.
A snaggle bug.
Yaggly waggly. A nice one, too.
Thank you.
Rich Jay.
Want me to help you, Rich? Bring him on in, Richard. Jay, there it is.
Hey, we need your help over here.
He's got it. Richie, sling that.
Judy.
With the deckhand. Jay.
You're standing next to the deckhand.
Isn't it?
That is a monster, sir.
So watch what happens when American Red season comes. Won't be able to buy one.
We'll get him on video good first. Now we're gonna. Well, as you can see, it is an absolutely beautiful sunset here. We're just about to fire the engines up and head back to Johns Pass, leaving the beautiful tranquility, I should say, of the Gulf of Mexico to whatever chaos we find back home. We're certainly hoping and praying for all the people back at our families and friends and neighbors, fellow countrymen, our leaders. But it has been a beautiful weekend out here. Clear, crisp, clean air. Couldn't ask for better weather. And the fish did okay as well. All right, we're heading in, pulling up the anchor.
Everybody go to bed right there. You know, it's over. Like half a barrel. About that, half a barrel.
You hear that sound? That's the sound of going home right there.
Yes, sir.
All right, tell us all about it, Will.
Well, it was almost opposite of last trip. The last two trips we had mediocre night bites. We had a really good night bite this trip and mediocre bite, picky bite in the daytime. And ended up great, even better catch than the last 2 trips, probably on the mangroves. We had a few guys get their limit. I think you probably got your limit, didn't you, John? Yeah. And good mangrove fishing. It's getting better every trip right now. Hope we get to keep fishing, you know. But good mangrove trip. The night bite was on this trip. Picky in the daytime, but it was really calm and really sunny in the daytime, and that can make it be picky. So we put a good trip together. Had a big wahoo swimming around the boat. We didn't get any video or anything of that, but big wahoo right next to the boat. I had him bite one time and lost him, and that was about it.
Well, as they say, see you back at the dock if there's anybody there to see us.
There's not gonna be many people to see us back at the dock, but we will be there.
All right.
Yes,
well,
sir.
I've been saying the safest place to be is on the open sea.
Yeah, you're not gonna catch corona in the middle ground.
There you go. All right. Well,
Yes,
good
sir.
night. Thank you, sir. Well, there you have it. That's the end of this 39-hour trip as far as the fishing part goes. We'll stroll out here on the
Just about
gangplank one more time.
See the Johns
Show you
Pass
this. I
Bridge
don't
off
know
in
how
the
well
distance there. Beautiful morning here. Madeira Beach, Treasure Island, Johns Pass. I'll give you a quick little panoramic view of it. It is absolutely gorgeous. Doesn't look like there's a cloud in the sky. Of course, I guess there's still a storm brewing on land. It was certainly nice to be out of the news cycle for a couple of days out here. Beautiful weather, absolutely spectacular. Fishing was pretty good. I'll tell you about that more in just a minute. As I always say, man, do I have an office with a view or not? All right, the fishing was pretty solid, actually. We had a decent mango bite that first night. A couple of spots were really hot. But much better size to them this time around. I actually got one just before dawn that has to be at least 8 pounds. It might be pushing 9. It's a beast. And there were quite a few caught that were in the 5-pound range. Not as many red grouper as we had hoped for, although I was fortunate enough to get one, and one gentleman actually caught 4 on spot 9. It's interesting, spot 9, I don't know if that's the one you want necessarily, but spot 9 is limited out on red grouper the last 2 trips, whoever was in it, which is kind of odd how fishing works that way. But overall, we got a solid number of grouper, not as many as we did actually last time. There were a number of scamps caught as well. Quite a few tuna caught this trip. There were a couple caught flatlining right before we left, right before sundown. There were some caught. So I think, and at least one trolling, so 3 or 4 tuna were caught. Not much on the trolling. It's still, I think the water is still in some transition. But as I say, the mango's bit solid. Even during the day, we had a pretty decent mango bite, and so quite a few people limited out, including, fortunately enough, yours truly. There she is, folks, the beautiful Johns Pass Bridge. Quiet here this morning, beautifully calm. Capitan as he backs this sucker down. Good morning, Captain. He's operating what we call the stern controls here. He maneuvers the boat with those handles there. They control each prop, and he basically backs it in under power, using the dual props to guide the direction the boat is. And back it right into the slip. He hadn't hit anything lately.
I haven't hit anything all week.
At least the last couple days.
Well, it's Sunday, right? It's a new week.
He's done this at least once before. Right into the slip. The secret is not to overcorrect it. Just kind of get it going in the right direction, and then kind of point it that way. Backing down.
Kill the motor.
Watch your step. I didn't mean to hit you high. I'm just trying to capture you guys in all your glory.
loading the fish, piling the fish up. Nice kingfish. I remember videoing him coming in. Nice mangoes there. You can see the pile is growing here. I want to show you something, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the size of this Graysby grouper. That is one of the biggest I've ever seen. If you're not familiar with them, they are usually extremely small. But that has got to be one of the biggest ones I've ever seen. And I've seen a ton of them. Nice stringers coming off. Here, I got it.
Hold it right there.
This is how you go from an empty cooler to a full cooler. Check it out.
Wait, hold on. One more time. There you go. It's in there.
There you go. All right, we're heading up to way to jackpot here. There's only one category.
Schnapper.
We had a light load, so we went with the single category. 7.2. If you want my picture, just go to the post office.
All right, that's going to wrap up
Come on down.
our
Remember,
trip.
There is no rush to the boat, guys. Please try to stay spread out for you. Come on down.
But like I always say, no trip is fully over until we get a picture of the lovely ladies of Hubbard's Marina. Yeah, you're fine, sir. You're doing business.
Say it again.
You're going to put this in the machine where it says insert ticket.
Sure.
So you get your first
Get out.
Is Amanda off today?
Yes, she is. I know, right?
And that's a wrap.